Hi there. So I'm in a soft play centre with my little one, 2-year-old, who we pretty much come to this sort of place all the time. And I'm the sort of mum that will follow him round, see it as an opportunity to share some, some moments together, have some fun, be there to keep him safe, and also teach him what's appropriate or not appropriate, interactions with other children, making sure that everybody's happy. But I've just had a really interesting conversation with another mum, and it does seem to be a thread that's happening quite a lot about socialisation of dogs and puppies. I guess obviously what I do, it does come up a lot, and it amazes me the similarities between the two. So I come soft play, and I personally don't see it as an opportunity to sit and have a coffee or socialise. I like going around with my little one, going down the slide and just laughing together, and but it's mainly just to keep him safe and make sure he's okay, because I have come across occasions where another child's come up to him and they may have been a little bit too unkind with their hands, should we say, and vice versa. Sometimes I've seen him get frustrated in a situation, and had I not been there, he might have done the same thing. So it's really appropriate for me to be there and guide him and teach him what's right and wrong. And it's exactly the same with our dogs. The amount of people that go to social parks and things, and this is what this mum was talking to me about. She was asking advice because she's got a puppy herself, and she's been going to like the play fun parks and things. And she says, I let the puppy off, and off it goes. And she said, and next thing I know, she said, there's like, jumping, and he's nipping. And she said, I put him back on the lead, and he's, pulling and biting at the lead, and obviously lead frustration and things. She said, I just don't know what to do. But she's a mum who's fantastic. I've seen her going around the play centres before, and she really does follow her little one around. My little one on my lap now, he's trying to get in on the action, and that really does follow her little one around. And she teaches him, like I'm doing with mine, Jake. She's teaching him basically right or wrong, guiding him if he's getting it slightly wrong, and if he gets it right, then she's there to reward him, like I do with Jake. I give him a clap, or give him a thumbs up, or just give him a cuddle and tell him he's done it right. And that's exactly the same with our dogs. We need to be there to interrupt play if it gets too rough, and guide them, obviously, into what they should and shouldn't be doing, rather than just letting them go off and fend for themselves and their own devices. Because if they go off and they're little and they do get picked on by another dog, it's teaching them, one, how to act, two, to be nervous again in that situation. So you're banking up bad memories. Whereas if you're there guiding them, and you can pull them away from anything that's negative, and obviously reward them anytime they get it right, be there to reward them and give them those, give them a yes, or give them a thumbs up, give them a treat or a cuddle, anything when they get it right, then you're banking up more good memories, but you're also there helping and supporting them and guiding them as to what they should be doing. So you're teaching them appropriate play and appropriate manners, and that's what it should be. And it's funny because it's just common sense in some respects. And like the mum I've just been talking to, she's like, yeah, I do it with my child. Why don't I do it with my dog? It is the same, really. And so we've talked through a couple of things that she can do differently, and how she can manage the situation. We've talked about positive interrupter noises that she can use, so she creates a nice connection with the dog, and when the dog hears the noise, knows that it's going to come away, and come back to her. So kind of a recall situation, but it comes back to her, and it gets a reward, whatever the reward is. So it's really nice having the conversations, because it kind of obviously for me it helps other people, which is lovely for me to do, but it's just really strange, just the sort of connecting the two worlds, really, toddler ages, child ages, through to obviously puppies and dogs, and just sort of saying to people, if you're doing it with your child, just apply some of the same principles, be there to guide them. My kind of theory is connect and redirect. So if you see them doing something right, connect with them, tell them they've done a fantastic job, and then obviously you can let them go back and play again if they're getting it right. If they're getting it wrong, connect with them. So sort of, use positive interruption noise, or recall them away if you've got good recall, and then get them to do something else, chuck some kibble, some food on the floor, or get them to do a find it game, or just use the environment to to get them to do some sniffing and interact in that environment, and just take them away from things if they're getting a bit rough. So I just thought it was really interesting, and I just wanted to share it. So I hope it helps, and just, if you see me around, have a chat. Bye bye.